2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one, so I expect to see adjustments.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, they're still not...
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows. Thank you. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. And the wings, Green and Tate. The pairing up front, Tice and Wood. And it's Porter at the point guard. And for the Clippers, the post pairing, Batum and Zubac. Jackson is out there at Bledsoe. And it's George in at the small forward. And finished off by Wood.
Boy, I tell you what, on the jam, Wood can just be ruthless. Won't let anybody stop him when he's going to the cup.
Trains the three-pointer. A lot of experience on the floor tonight, Greg. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
Well, Kevin, guys are going to play smart, and they're going to be in position to make plays. So this could come down to just who makes more of the big shots.
Here's George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got 5 now.
And George able to adjust his shot there. Tough one to block when he does that.
Pass to Porter. Here's Wood. Back to Porter. 5 on the clock. There's the drive. It's good.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
George passes to Batum. The Clippers keep it alive. Jackson dishes to George. He feeds it to Batum. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Jackson finds George. The wing jumper off target.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just basically whiffs on it. Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs.
That's how you get your teammates fired up.
Jackson misses. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And finished off by Wood.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And the first thing you notice about Green, the next level athleticism, incredible burst off the dribble, and makes smooth adjustments midair.
So for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac, and it's Luke Kennard in for Eric Bledsoe. Pass to Kennard. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
And, you know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And he gets it to go.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player, very effective at finding the open man, too.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Rockets on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Wood. And finished off by Wood.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
And oh, here we go. Batum's got a galloping but fast break chance. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George double team. Jackson from long range. The shot comes out, and it's Houston the other way.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Charity stripe, Paul George at the line for one.
George, no good on the free throw.
You know, I really applaud Paul George's mental fortitude. I saw him come into the league as a rookie with the Pacers in 2010, and his growth has been remarkable. He's always been able to look past his setbacks and jabs from the critics to continue to stay focused on being the best player he can be, and he's one of the very best in the league.
And he banks in the layup. Porter's got 11.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team...
And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
They've got Jackson. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Kennard in at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Jackson against Gordon. Porter in the corner. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. That's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And it's George finishing it off.
PG-13 emphatically throwing that one down. They're not stopping him on that dunk.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Gordon with it. Guarded now by Jackson, and it's Gordon missing.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
George, that's a two-pointer, and it's good off the back rim and in. And that's 13 points for George. Rockets leading by 3. And Porter, here we go. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Back to Jackson, and stolen by Gordon. Porter passes to House. Outside Gordon. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Rocket lead. You know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Now the pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
George taking advantage of that close, tight defense, drawing the foul while taking the shot.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Rockets leading by 6. Here's Christopher. Batum grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Pass to George. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Batum. Shoots over Tate. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Batum's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Christopher. Paul George with the steal. Jackson with it. Now Green defending, and George with the stuff.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Johnson is checked in for the Clippers.
Your Clippers, Spirit Dempsey. Make some noise.
For Houston, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Passes it to Wood. Off target at the rim. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 13-4 run. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George can get it done from anywhere on the court now. When he starts percolating, this guy can cook with gas.
They kick it out to Green. There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Green slamming it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Here's Tate. No good from outside. The pass to George. Dishes it to Batum. It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue, good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass with a tough team to beat.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last out. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What you like is many of their baskets come off assists. That's a sign of a team that's working together and functioning at a high level. No need to have this hero ball when I'm going to shoot and no one else is going to get the ball. Nope, they moved it, and we'll see if they can keep it up in the second half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
It's the work they've done in the paint that's impressed me the most. A lot of their points have come from the inside. They need to keep that production in the post coming in the second half.
And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Houston. The forwards for them, Tate and Tice. Porter in the backcourt with Green to his side. And it's Wood in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that one's good by Porter. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end. How many times have we seen the possession take that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Wood passes to Tice.
LA foul.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws for the game on this trip to the line. That's good from Tice.
Shooting for Houston.
All free throws good from Tice. Here's Kennard. And a minute played as the second half gets going. One area where Wood does a lot of the damage is in the screen game.
Yeah, he's done a really good job understanding how to roll into scoring opportunities. He can pop out and hit the 20-footer as well, and these are the big man skills that teams are looking for in the way the game is played today.
George, no good.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Porter passes to Tate. A jump hook, no good off the back of the rim.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Pass to Kennard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to George. Trying to get open as Ibaka. That's good for George on the assist by Batum. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers. And that one is stuffed right through.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Timeout called for Rockets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside Gordon. Pass to Şengün. Shoots over Zubac. Şengün, no good. Outside Jackson. Nobody near George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. PA, thank you. Yep, it counts. Şengün's got his first points of the game.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Passes to Batum. Again, the Clippers.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Great D that time from Batum.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Zubac. Offline with his three. Rockets trail by 5. Outside, Martin. Gordon with it. Out to the wing. All alone. And he nails the jumper.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's George. Again, the Clippers.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Gordon against Johnson, and he gets the bucket.
I like how Gordon stays low to the ground, keeps that center of gravity anchored. Quick driving inside, and excellent finishing at the basket.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. A terrific quarter for him, and now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30, and we'll be right back after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Rockets trail by 3. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. Johnson is out there with Jackson, and it's George in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Christopher, no good.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
George, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Yeah, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Christopher. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
3-point basket.
Green's got 4 assists in the game.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
And Tate gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 2.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum. Able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
And it's sent back by George. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Rockets. Los Angeles on D. Wood finds Tice. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results. Outside,
George. from deep three-point range, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Houston's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Now a timeout called by Houston. Without question, George is playing his skills today.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Eric Bledsoe in for Johnson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, here's the message Stephen Silas gave to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here's Green outside. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. Outside, George. George double team. Now the dish to Bledsoe. Back to George. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Batum. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Batum's got 4 points this quarter.
Big shot, Nick. He lives for these moments.
Green, the pass to Tice. Lee pass was put in just the right spot. Tice has got it all tied up now for Houston.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
George finds Jackson. Back to George. George double team. Batum passes to Jackson. Bledsoe for 3. Knocks down the 3.
Somebody stirred up Eric Bledsoe. He's rolling.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Wood. Paul George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 5. 27 seconds left in the game.
All right. Look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers. Derek.
Seven seconds left in the 4th quarter. Leases one from 3.
We're seeing the red-hot version of Gordon right now.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would like to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And it's Gordon missing. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management at this time of the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Shooting for Houston.
He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.